Hello, welcome to Past Questions Review with Johnson Maths. This video is brought to you by Precision Academic Words. They'll be solving the exam question for Shally International Schools. This is her second test of knowledge for 2025-2026 academic section. This for grade 4, that's basic 4, and the subject is numeracy, that's mathematics. Okay, let's get started. Objectives. Question 1 says 25 multiplied by 34, so we'll have 25 and then 34, so we are multiplying. 4 times 5 is 20, so we'll write 0, carry 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus that 2 is 10, and then we move to 3. 3 times 5 is 15, so we'll write 5. Remember to align it, write 5 and carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So let's add from this point. 0 plus nothing is 0, 0 plus 5 is 5, 1 plus 7 is 8. So we have 850, and that's option A. For question number 2, we'll have 50 multiplied by 17. So 50 multiplied by 17. 7 times 0 is 0, 7 times 5 is 35. So because we don't have another number, let's just write everything here. Now remember, any number multiplied by 0 is 0, and whenever 0 multiplies a number, it is still 0. So let's do that again. 1 times 0 still gives us 0. Remember what I told you, and 1 times 5 is 5. So let's add from here. 0 plus nothing is 0, 5 plus 0 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, so that's giving us 850. So option B is correct. For question number 3, we'll have 80 multiplied by 40. So 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 8 is 0, then we'll move to 4. 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 8 is 32. So let's add up from this point. 0 plus nothing is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, then we just bring 2 down and then 3 here. So this is 3,200, and that is option A. For question number 4, what is the place value of 7 in 27,904? So our focus is on 7. So let's just write it down. 27904. So let's identify their place values first. This is units, this is tens, this is hundreds, this is thousand, and then this is 10,000. So tens of thousand. I'm just writing in short form. Okay, and our focus is 7, so let's just have 7. 7, remember, is in thousand, then we can just have other ones as 0, so that simply means it's 7,000. So you see that by identifying their place value, it's easy for you to solve this question. So the right option is option C. Express 20,384 in words. So same thing, I want to write it out. So have 2 0 and then 384 20,000. So first thing first, identify their place value. So this is unit, this one is tens, this one is 100 or 100. Okay, then this one is thousand, so 1,000, and then this one is 10,000. So it's always ideal you identify their place values. Okay, so because this is a tenth of thousand, we're going to take the tenth one. So this is 20,000. If you look at the option, this one says 2, that's wrong. 2, that's wrong. This one makes more sense. 20,384. So that's the right option. For question number 6, express 0.325 as percentage. That simply means we multiply it by 100%. We are going to convert this to fraction because this is a decimal. So we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, that's in thousand. So 325 over 1,000. Converting to fraction now, multiply by 100 over 1. Okay, so the 0 here cancel out this 0, the 0 here cancel out this 0. We are left with just what? 325 multiplied by 1, and that gives us 325 over 10. Okay, at this point we have a fraction. We can convert back to decimal. Just move this in one decimal place. So we are going to have 32.5%, And if you look at that, it makes sense, because if you want to convert back, you have 1 2, because every number before the decimal point is considered as 1, then 2 is in tenths. Okay, if this does not really make sense to you, I think maybe you don't really understand how to convert decimals to fraction, how to convert fraction to decimal. That does not mean this question is difficult. You might want to pay attention to that. So if you need more insight on that particular topic, I can do a separate lesson for that. Let's continue. So for question number 7, it says multiply 2.5 by 11. So 2.5 by 1.1, sorry, not 11, 1.1. Okay, so this is 25 over 10, converting 1 2, so this is 11 over 10. So let's multiply 25 by 11. So 25 by 11, 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 5 here is 5, and 1 times 2 is also 2. Let's add them up. So we can add from here. 5 plus nothing is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, so this is 275. So we have 275 over 100, because 10 times 10 is 100. You can still check that out. Okay, so now we can actually convert back to decimal, like we'll have our final answers. Now, why I multiply decimals, why I convert decimals to fraction before multiplying them, is that it's easier to multiply fractions. So we are going to move to decimal place backward. So 1 2, that gives us 2.75, and that's option A. Okay, I didn't identify the answer to the previous question, and that is B. So let's solve the next question. Question number 8. If 2x plus 3 is equal to 15, what is the value of x? So 2x plus 3 is equal to 15. Now this question, our focus is on x. We are to isolate x, and doing that we have to get rid of 3 and then these 2. So because we have a positive 3, we bring in a negative 3. So we can say subtract 3 from both sides. So we have 2x plus 3 minus 3 is equal to 15 minus 3, because we are subtracting on both sides. Then 2x is equal to plus 3 minus 3, different signs is subtracted as 0, they go away. And then 15 minus 3 is 12. So from this point, we can divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. So 2x over 2 is equal to 12 over 2. Cancel out, and then x is equal to 6. So that's option A. For question number 9, that's very much simple. We have x minus 5 is equal to 7. So we're starting for x. This is a one-step linear equation. The previous question was two-step linear equation. So what we'll do from here is that we add 5 to both sides, since we have a minus 5. So let's add, since we have a minus, add 5 to both sides. So basically what you're doing is the opposite. If you have addition, subtract. If you have subtraction, add. And then if you have division, multiply. If you have multiplication, divide. Just like here, 2x is multiplying, so we'll have to do the opposite, divide. So doing that, we'll have x minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 7 plus 5. And then minus 5 plus 5 is 0. Different signs, subtract. So x is equal to 7 plus 5 is 12, and that's option A. For question number 10, we have 3,749 multiplied by 25. So let's multiply. 5 times 9 is 45. So we have 5, and then we'll carry 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus this 4 here becomes 24. So we are going to write 4 and carry 2. 5 times 7 is 35. 35, 37. So when we add 2, 37. So we'll write 7. So carry 3. Then 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. So we don't have anywhere to carry. We'll just put everything down. Then here 2 times 9 is 18. So we'll write down 8 and carry 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Then 2 times 7 is 14. So we'll write down 4, carry 1. And then 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, that's 7. Okay, so let's add this. 5 plus nothing is 5. And then 4 plus 8 is 12. So 2 will carry 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17, so write 7 carry 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13, so write 3 carry 1. And then 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 7, that's 9. So this is 93,725. So 93,725. For question number 11, we have to subtract 799.5 from 899.4. So 899.4 minus 799.5. So let's subtract. 4 subtract 5 cannot work, so we can take 1 here, add it to this one, becomes 14. Then this is left with 8. 14 minus 5 is 9. So coming to this one, we have 8. 8 minus 9 cannot work. We take 1 here, leave this one as 8. 18 minus 9 is 9. This one is 8. 8 minus 9 cannot work, so we'll take 1 here. This one is remaining 7, so it's now 18. 18 minus 9 again is also 9. 7 minus 7 is 0. Remember to put the decimal point, so we'll have 99.9. And that's our answer for question number 11. For question 12, let's solve for the LCM of 12 and 16. There are two methods. I'm going to use the two methods. So the first one is the traditional method they are used to. So we'll just have 12 and then we'll have 16. Then we divide through using 2. 2 here is 6. 2 here is 8. 2 here is 3 and 2 here is 4. 2 can still go. 2 into 3 will just bring 3 down. It doesn't work. So 2 here is 2, and then 2 here into 3 again will just bring it down, and 2 into 2 is 1. So now we're done with 2. We can move to 3. Then 3 here is 1. We already have 1 here, so we are done. So therefore LCM is equal to, we multiply all these values, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. So that's just what we have here. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 3. So let's just do that. 16 by 3. So 3 times 6 is 18. So we'll write 8 carry 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. So the answer is 48. So this is the method you are used to. Let's use another method. So for the other method I want to use, we'll have to just write down the multiples of 12 and 16. So at least let's write like 5 multiples of both 12 and 16. Okay, don't mind my drawing, but it's all good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to write like 5 multiples. 12 times 1 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 4 is 48, and 12 times 5 is 60. So this is fine. Let's do for 16. 16 times 1 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 16 times 3, we just did it as 48. So let's do 16 times 4. I think 16 times 5 is 80, but let's do 16 times 4 first. So 16 by 4. 4 times 6 is 24, right? So write 4 carry 2. 4 times 1 4 plus 2, that's 64. So have 64 here, and then I said 80 for this, but let's still check. 16 by 5. 6 times 5 is 30, so you write 0 carry 3, and then that is 5 times 6 is 30 anyway. Then 5 times 1 is 5 plus this, that's 8. So 80. Okay, now we've identified the multiples of 12 and 16. So let's look out for their common multiples. Here the common multiple is 48. So this and this. So first of all, you look out for the common multiples. Assuming we'll have a couple of common multiples, like many common multiples, look out for them, and then we'll check the lowest. That's the meaning of the word lowest common multiple. So we'll check the lowest. First of all, we'll check for the common multiples, and then we'll now check for the lowest common multiple in that set of values. So our answer still remains 48, which is what we got previously. Let's go to the next question. For question 13, add 20.01 to 1.26 to 4.56 to 16.65. So let's add. Okay, 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. So we'll write 8 carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 16 is 14, so write 4, carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 1 here is 2, and then 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, so write 2 and carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus this, nothing here, so plus this one, that's giving us 4. Remember to add your decimal, so we have 42.48. okay, now express 4062 in figures. So first of all, remember the units, tens, hundred, and then thousand. So because they said 4,000, I have to write this in thousand. Okay, so doing that, this becomes 4 in thousand, and then the value for the tens and units is 62. So this is a placeholder, we'll just have 0 here. Now if you write 462, because that's the mistake most people will make, this is 462. So this 0 is very, very important. It's like a placeholder, so it helps us to align things. So this is 4062, so 4062. You can write it in this form or just write 4062. For the next question, we have divide 240.06 by 6. Okay, so always I like to convert decimals to fractions, so I can have 1, 2, 3. So this is 24006 over 100 multiplied by 1 over 6. Whenever you change this sign to multiplication, that is division, you flip the fraction or you flip the number here. Okay, so this becomes 24006 over 100 times 600. Remember, I multiplied this by 1, so it doesn't change it. Okay, so we can divide both sides by 2. So this is 24,006, this one is 600. So let's divide. 2 here is 1200, and then 3. Then 2 here is 300, right? So if we have 300 and this here, 3 can actually divide both sides. 3 here is 4, and then 003 into this is 1, and 3 here is 1, so 100. So we are left with 4001 over 100. Okay, at this point there is nothing I can divide these two values again, so your answer should just be 4001 over 100, or you can convert back to decimal, but it's not ideal. You can convert back to decimal, so we're just going to move this to 2 places backward because this is 100. So we can now have 40.01. so at the end of the day you have 1, 2, 3, so 40.01. 40.01. Just before we continue with the theory part of this past question review, okay, this exam prep review and solution is brought to you by Passion Academic World, and here is our official email address, here's our YouTube channel, and here's our WhatsApp contact. You can actually reach out to us, connect with us if you want us to help you prep, or you want to get more lessons like this, access more lessons like this for junior work and senior work. I believe you're having a good time, and I believe you're having fun. Hope you understood the solutions thus far, and if you don't, you can pause the video and go through it again. So let's go to the theory section right now. For the first question, we have 2x minus 7 is equal to 9. So we are solving for x. To solve for x, we need to get rid of these 2 and also get rid of this negative 7. So because we have a minus 7, we have to add 7 so that it goes away. Add 7 to both sides. So add 7 to both sides. So that becomes 2x minus 7 plus 7 is equal to 9 plus 7. So minus 7 plus 7, different signs subtract, that goes away. So 2x is equal to 9 plus 7 is 16. So from this point, we divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. Now remember, this is theory section. You have to write down every of your steps, so that helps you to earn your complete mark. Okay, so 2 is equal to 16 over 2, cancel out, and then x is equal to 16 divided by 2 is 8. So our answer is 8. Okay, so for the next question, we are asked to simplify the expression. So let's just take it bit by bit. We can add these two. So 3x plus 1x is 4x minus 2x plus 4x minus 5x. So let's subtract this. 4x minus 2x is just 2x plus 4x minus 5x. 2x plus 4x is 6x minus 5x. 6x minus 5x is just 1x, that's x. Okay, so the answer is just x. For question number 3, we are asked to add plus 5 minus 2. So these are direct numbers, and the sign here is plus, the sign here is minus. So when the signs are different, we subtract. So this is just a distractor. Okay, so different signs subtract. Using the bigger number to subtract, 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, and that is the sign of the bigger number is plus. So this is just plus 3. The answer is 3. So whenever you have different signs to subtract, that's just, these are direct numbers. Okay, what are direct numbers? Direct numbers are basically numbers with signs which can be positive or negative. So let's write direct numbers are numbers with signs which can be a positive or a negative sign. Okay, which can, maybe just say either, which can either be a positive or negative sign. So that's just it. Okay, for linear equation, a linear equation is a straight line equation in which the highest power of the variable is 1. So let's write linear equation is a straight line equation in which the highest power of the variable is 1. And that's just it. Okay, so we are done with this past question review. So what I want you to do is to go through it again. This helps you to prepare more for your forthcoming exams and all that, and also help you for your review and correction. So go through it again, and definitely it's going to make more sense to you. And don't fail to always come back to check out for more quality content like this from this channel. Thank you so much, and have a nice time.